Now let us go to part B. Part B, we are given a function y equals to 6x squared. We need to differentiate from first principles. What is the formula for first principles? We say it is dy dx equals to limit as h tends to 0 for the functions f of x plus h minus the function f of x all over h. So we need to find f of x plus h minus f of x. So what do we do to this function here? We say let y be the function f of x, which doesn't change the meaning because y is a function in terms of x. So the function in terms of x is given as 6x squared. Therefore, f of x equals to 6x squared. This is one term that we need in the formula. The other term that we need is the function f of x plus h. So f of x plus h, we shall get it from the function f of x. What do we do? Where there is x here, we use x plus h instead. So here we shall have 6. Instead of x here, we shall have x plus h. But remember, this x is squared, so we square this side. Now we need to expand that bracket. This means we shall have 6. If there's square in a bracket, it means it is that bracket times itself twice. How do we expand this? Let me first keep 6 and then I expand the two brackets, giving us x squared plus 2xh plus x squared. Then you multiply by 6, giving us 6x squared plus 12xh plus 6h squared. Now we have the function f of x plus h. So what we simply need to do now is substitute for them in the formula. Therefore, y dx equals the limit as h tends to 0 for the function f of x plus h is here. It is 6x squared plus 12xh plus 6h squared. Now we are going to subtract f of x, which has only one single term. So if it has one term, you don't put the brackets over. Remember the formula says over h. Don't forget to divide by it. So from there we need to simplify the numerator. So on simplifying the numerator, it gives us limit as h tends to 0, 6x squared and 6x squared we cancel. So there we shall be left 12xh plus 6h squared out of h. Now let's divide each of the terms by h, keeping us a limit as h tends to 0 for 12x plus 6h. After dividing by h, this and this have cancelled. 1 here will be reduced to 1. So that is the function we have in the bracket. Now we are going to turn h to 0. That means where you find h, you put 0. This is done only after dividing by h. In other words, h should not be a denominator at this point. Therefore, from here, we shall say dy dx equals to, now you take this function and substitute h as 0, giving us here 12x plus h plus 6h. What is h? We are making h 0 in that manner. Even if you leave out the brackets here, there's no problem. But we are making, where we see h, we substitute for it as 0, giving us here 12x, which is the answer. If we differentiate 6x squared, we get 12x. After getting this answer, before you leave, just check it somewhere. This is just a side work to see if you are correct. You are given y as 6x squared. Try to apply the concept of powers and coefficients. That means dy dx becomes 6 times 2, x2 minus 1. This gives us the 12 of x power 1, which is the same as 12 of x. So this is the answer which is correct.